So, you all probably know by now that Kevin Conroy, the voice of Batman, passed away recently. I'm I've been basically spending the whole week processing it. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother editing out my pauses or my stutters because, well, I think it's best I just speak directly. He was my Batman growing up. In fact, my first memory of Batman the animated series is probably on Leather Wings. I remember Batman was like his grapple was on Man Bat and they were like flying through the city. It was it was probably the greatest thing I've ever seen as a kid. But more to the point, before a few months ago, before he passed away, Kevin Conroy published this story that was about how he became Batman and about the hardships he faced as he was basically ostracized by Hollywood for being gay. Like, because Kevin Conroy didn't come out as gay until 2016, which is around the time The Killing Joke came out, and the whole controversy that movie was, but you know, I don't think it matters anymore. Kind of sucks that's the last time Kevin Conroy and Tara Strong will be Batman and Batgirl together, but, well. So, anyway, back to what I was saying. Like, Kevin Conroy was, he wrote this very heartfelt piece about how he was just this, how, he was getting all these, he was, making his way through Hollywood, because one thing I know in this industry is that this industry owes you nothing. It's hard to break into, and if you do get in, it's really hard to just, well, you know, like, I think Dan Gilson told, like, I was at a panel for Dan Gilson at RetroCon, and one thing he said that stood out to me was, the industry is cruel. It does not care about you or your personal feelings, and that was kind of on, and Kevin Conroy felt that, and, well, like, this whole part about how he grew up, like, with his father in a bad place and watching his father die. Can't say I've ever experienced that, not yet. Well, I think really what happened was is just you know, because I remember I had the DVD for Batman the Animated Series. He said to be a part of this, it's an honor. Like he said, well, they asked him, can you relate to what Batman's pain is? And he thought about it and he said, all right, yeah, I can relate to that because of his own personal experiences. There is so much hatred, so much bigotry going on in the world that, we may think, oh, it was never like that, but no, it's been like that for a long time and it hasn't gotten any better. I waited a week to formulate my thoughts, but it just, I still can't believe he's gone because it's like, I was just playing Multiverses the other day and, he's Batman in that. Like, he plays Batman, and I'm assuming they have some lines that are just, that haven't been used yet, presumably for some characters who haven't been put in the game yet, but, and maybe he recorded something before he passed. Maybe he did Injustice 3, or maybe he did an animated movie, or maybe he did something. I don't know. I mean, and here's what I was looking at. Do I want the DCAU as we know it to continue on? And I thought about this for a while, and The answer is yes. I don't think Kevin Conroy would wanted to die with him. I think he'd wanted to live on. It's just this whole thing about, I don't know. Just this. I think I remember I went to the. When I heard the news, last week I was just in total disbelief. I couldn't believe it. I was like assuming no, it's fake. It's got to be fake because no, it's not true. It can't be true. And then more people started talking about it, and it picked up, and it was true. He died of cancer, which I think was the same thing that it's the same kind of cancer that killed Chadwick Boseman. Whether or not they did the right thing of recasting is another debate in the case of Black Panther, but it's just, you know, I can't. Well, what was so shocking to me about this was that, he was only 66. He was so young, and I thought he had many years left to voice the character. I don't know what Mark Hamill's gonna do because he's always said I was gonna voice Joker if Kevin Conroy was Batman, and well, that's no longer possible, sadly. So I imagine he might hang up his clown shoes for good. Like there are parts in the Arkham games that just hit harder now, such as like, this is how it happened. This is how the Batman died, and it's just, damn. I still can't believe it. So I'm not sure what they're gonna do now, because presumably if they make Injustice 3, who's gonna voice Batman if he hasn't already? Because it's like, I mean, any future DCAU movie or future, or whatever video game, and I think he might be in this new Suicide Squad game that's coming out next year. So, maybe in that sense, like they'll probably have dedications to him, and that's to be expected. And well, I'll just say this: wherever he is, I hope he's happy. It. I just if I was to remember anything about if basically I'm rambling. Kevin Conroy, well, he lived such a brave life. He came out as this he was a gay man, and he came out as he was watching all his friends die during the AIDS pandemic, and how he kind of but yet when he became Batman's voice, it was like he found his calling in life, and something truly special. Get back to what I was saying before. Wherever he is, I hope he's happy. Why do I think he is? I don't know why. Well, if I was to paraphrase something from the DCAU, it's the scene at the end where the Terror Beyond, where Hawkgirl buries Solomon Grundy, and she says, "He was happy at the end. I don't understand why." And Aquaman just says, "It's faith, Hawkgirl. You're not supposed to understand it. You just have it." Well, look, whatever you do, whatever the case, I want you to go out and play Injustice, watch Batman the animated series, do something that had Kevin Conroy play Batman in it, because in that way he lives on. He will always live on, because if there's a true immortality in this world, that's how you achieve immortality. And I think that legacy will live forever. It will. But until in well, I don't know what I'm gonna do next week, but we'll figure it out because I'm still processing this. Well, anyway, I'll just stop for now. Take care and God bless Kevin Conroy.